All right, it is 5:30 p.m. and I will call to order the March 14, 2018 meeting of the MISD Board of Trustees. Thank you all for coming. As is our custom, we will begin with a moment of silence, followed by the pledge to the United States flag, followed by a pledge to the Texas flag. Before doing so, I would like to introduce you or tell you about the cadet that's going to lead us in both of those pledges. A sophomore by the name of Nicholas Ponder. As a sophomore, Nicholas is a cadet in the Midland High Air Force Junior ROTC. He is in 10th grade and serves a vital role for the Junior ROTC as a member of the Honor Guard. Nicholas is also involved with the Midland Police Explorers Post 714. The Explorers program, sponsored through the Midland Police Department and the Boy Scouts of America, focuses on hands-on career activities in the field of law enforcement. After graduating high school, Nicholas plans on enlisting in the United States Air Force to become a security forces specialist. Cadet Captain Nicholas Ponder. Mr. Ponder, thank you.
Please rise.
Well, first Cadet Ponder, if you'll let us do our moment of silence first, and then I will call upon you. Thank you.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Now the Texas pledge. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible.
Thank you, Cadet Ponder. Thank you very much. All right, agenda item number 2. Have some awards and some recognitions. Student recognitions are J. Robert Jones Shining Stars, our top 10 students from our various schools. Who will go first? Mr. Horner, please lead us.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Board. Tonight, and I'm going to let the principals introduce these students, but we have the privilege of recognizing several different groups of students. So I want to just briefly describe to you what you're going to see as your top student from Coleman and Early College High School, and our top 10 from Lee High School and Midland High School, otherwise known as our Shining Stars. You're also going to receive, we're going to present the Board Scholarship Awards recipients from each of those schools. So we're going to begin in alphabetical order with Coleman High School.
President Davis, board members, Mr. Riddick, thank you for receiving Viola M. Coleman's High School's top student this evening. The Viola M. Coleman High School Shining Star is Christopher Ayala. He is the son of Benita Bustamante. He is the middle child of 5 boys. 6 years ago, Christopher was diagnosed with a chronic idiopathic purpura ITP. He was never let this bring him down or prevent him from reaching his goals. He's now making a fabulous recovery, in his words. He graduated from Coleman High School earlier this year and is currently finishing his associate's degree at Midland College. He will be enrolling at UTPB this fall to pursue a degree in business management. Christopher is the first person in his family to earn an associate's degree and the first to pursue a bachelor's degree at a 4-year university. Christopher has plans to pursue a PhD in mathematics at Texas Tech and later to earn an advanced degree in creative writing at NYU. Christopher enjoys running marathons, recently running the Mayor's Marathon in Lubbock. He enjoys helping others in the community and in his family. He plans to make use of his degrees by helping his uncle with the operation of his car dealerships, eventually starting his own business, and publishing the novels he is currently writing. Christopher Ayala.
Good evening. President Davis, board members, Mr. Riddick, thank you for recognizing our early college high school top student, Annie Vo. Annie Vo's parents are with us tonight, Trung Vo and Thua Vu. We know that without them, she wouldn't be where she is today. Annie Vo has received her associate's degree of science from Midland College, where she has maintained a 4.0 GPA. She also has maintained a 4.0 GPA at Early College High School. The academic achievement honors and awards that she has received is High School Honor Roll 2014 to present. She's a member of the National Honor Society, the Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society at Midland College. She's received the Rebecca T. Watson Creative Writing Contest, where she received 3rd place in poetry. She received 1st place in the West Texas Symposium and Journal of History. She has made the Midland College President's List, and she is the valedictorian of the 2018 Early College High School class. Extracurricular activities include Student Council, Science Club, Spanish Club, YMCA, Texas Youth and Government, Model UN, mentoring for the U.S. citizenship test for her parents, National Honor Society president. She's also completed many hours of community service. She has participated in Spanish Town Parade, Texas-Eyes Garage Sale, HEB Feast of Sharing, The Longest Letter to Santa, and many others. Her future plans are to attend the University of Texas, where she's going to major in political science and pre-med. Annie Vo.
Good evening, President Davis, board members, Mr. Riddick. Lee High School is proud to recognize our top students this evening. We've had many students who've had some remarkable accomplishments this year. The students we're honoring tonight have been a part of those accomplishments and have excelled academically as well. So our top 10 students are actually 11 because we had a tie. So we will begin with number 10. First will be Mr. Dylan Blaze. Dylan has a GPA of 4.35. He's the son of Tom and Ashley Blaze. Dylan plans on attending Texas Tech University and majoring in mechanical engineering. Dylan is a member of the Mighty Rebel Band, the Symphony Orchestra. He participated in Model United Nations and is a member of the National Honor Society. Dylan is a National Merit Commended Scholar, an AP Commended Scholar, and a Texas Music Scholar for 3 years. He is the band captain. He is an all-region band member for 3 years, all-region orchestra member, and a state solo and ensemble contest qualifier. Dylan was also awarded the Lions Club Student of the Week. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Dylan Blaze. Next is Mackenzie Abbott. She is also number 10 in the senior class. Mackenzie has a GPA of 4.35. She is the daughter of Mark and Christy Abbott. Mackenzie plans on attending Texas Christian University and majoring in fashion merchandising and strategic communications. Mackenzie is a member of the Lee High School Choir and Show Choir, the National Honor Society, the Interact Club, and the Fashion Club. Mackenzie is a National Merit Commended Scholar, a Texas Scholar, and a Texas Music Scholar. She received a rating of 1 in choir solo and ensemble and is a 4-year letterman in academics. Mackenzie is the president of choir, and she's also the president of the Fashion Club. Ladies and gentlemen, Mackenzie Abbott. Number 9 in the class of 2018 for Lee High School is Blake Gibson. Blake has a GPA of 4.38. She is the daughter of Wendy Clodfelter and Justin Gibson. Blake plans on attending Texas Tech University and majoring in biology. She is a member of the National Honor Society, Student Council, PALS, and was on the varsity volleyball team. Blake is the president of Student Council and a 4-year academic letterman. She received the President's Award and the Principal's Leadership Award. Ms. Blake Gibson. Number 8 in the class of 2018 is Megan Moore. Megan has a GPA of 4.39. She is the daughter of Mike and Casey Moore. Megan plans on attending the University of Texas of the Permian Basin and majoring in kinesiology pre-physical therapy. Megan is a member of the National Honor Society, and she was a member of the Lee High School softball team for 3 years. Megan is a 4-year academic letterman. She was awarded the AP Economics Award. She received the President's Award and was the Student of the Week for the Rotary Club. Megan has also received the Freshman Merit Scholarship at UTPB for this upcoming year. Ladies and gentlemen, Megan Moore. Number 7 in the class is not here, but number 7 in the class is Dylan Patel. Dylan had a GPA of 4.47. He's the son of Vikram and Trupti Patel, and he plans on attending the University of Texas at Austin and majoring in business. Number 6 in the class of 2018 is Miss Marin Smith. Marin has a GPA of 4.53. She's the daughter of Mark and Erin Smith. Marin plans to attend Texas Tech University and major in English and pre-law. She is a member of the varsity tennis team, Business Professionals of America, MOAS, National Honor Society, Spanish Honor Society, and choir. She is a National Merit Commended Scholar, an AP Scholar with Honor, and a Texas Scholar. She placed 4th in state and is a national qualifier in BPA legal office procedures. She was a state finalist in the Barbara Jordan Essay Contest. She is a Midland Exchange Club Award winner. She received the Youth and Recognition Award by the Midland Downtown's Lion Club and the Young Women Energized Award for 2017 and 18. And she also received the John Butler Scholarship. Ladies and gentlemen, Marin Smith. Number 5 in the class of 2018 is Alec Teleska. Alex has a GPA of 4.55. He is the son of Ben and Tiffany Teleska. Alex plans on attending the University of Nebraska at Lincoln and major in biology. Alex is a member of the tennis team, youth and government, academic decathlon, and National Honor Society. He is a National Hispanic Scholar, an AP Scholar, a District Distinguished Delegate for Youth and Government. He has received the Academic All-District Award, President's Award, and is a Chancellor Scholarship recipient. He is the President of National Honor Society and the Vice President of Youth and Government. Mr. Alex Teleska. Number 4 in the class at Lee High School is Neil Patel. Neil has a GPA of 4.58. He is the son of Archana and Karit Patel. Neil plans on attending the University of Texas at Austin and majoring in biochemistry. But he's not here tonight. There is an AP economic study session going on, and I think that's where some of my students are. Number 3 in the class is also not here. That's VJ Demery. VJ has a GPA of 4.6. He is the son of Manish Demery and Vandana Nathani. VJ plans to attend the University of Missouri at Kansas City School of Medicine and major in biology. VJ Demery. Number 2 in our class, our salutatorian, is Reagan Lawrence. Reagan has a GPA of 4.7. She is the daughter of Reggie and Carrie Lawrence. Reagan plans to attend Tarleton State University and major in nursing. Reagan was a 2-year member of volleyball and debate teams. She is a member of the Student Council and National Honor Society. She placed 3rd in the Barbara Jordan Historical Essay Contest. She is a National Merit Commended Scholar. She received the President's Award and also received the Youth Recognition Award from the Midland Downtown Lions Club. Miss Reagan Lawrence. And our valedictorian, who is also not here, is Miss Courtney Calloway. Courtney has a GPA of 4.82. She's the daughter of Brian and Tina Calloway. She plans to attend the University of Alabama and major in chemical engineering. I will tell you that Courtney is an AP Scholar with distinction. She was a finalist in the Barbara Jordan Historical Essay Contest, and Courtney is also our 2018 National Merit Finalist. So congratulations to her. Next, I would like to introduce to you the 2018 LHS scholarship recipients that were voted on by the staff. First, the winner of the Joseph Baresi scholarship. This is an applicant that must be a child of an MISD employee. Gina Q. Gina plans to attend Texas Tech and is the daughter of Pamelina Q. Thank you. Next is our MISD Board of Trustees Scholarship, and this goes to Patrick Okimi Jr. Patrick is planning to attend the University of Michigan, and he's the son of Patrick and Titileo Okimi. Patrick Okimi. And our Julie Conaway Scholarship, this is for a student who's going to be majoring in the field of nursing, and it went to Reagan Lawrence, who we've already met. Reagan is attending Tarleton State to be a nurse. And our Lee High School Memorial Scholarship, this goes to a student with a GPA above 2.9, goes to Miss Shelby Crisp. Shelby plans to attend Texas Tech University, and she's the daughter of Herbert and Peggy Crisp. Shelby Crisp. Thank you for allowing us to recognize our students.
Good evening. As a principal of Midland High School, I am very proud to present our top 10, which is also 11 because we also had a tie. We were not to be beat out by Lee High School. So, beginning with number 10, Mr. Colin Charles McCullough, son of William and Kelly McCullough. He will be graduating with a GPA of 4.48, first team academic All-State, Teresa Klaproth Football Award, Fighting Heart Football Award, and the 2018 Cotoico Court are his honors. He was the captain of the varsity football team and the National Honor Society. He spent 2 years as a letterman in varsity football, a 2-year letterman in varsity powerlifting, a 3-year letterman in varsity choir, 3-year all-regional choir member, advanced to state in TSSEC 3 years in a row, lead role in the 2018 UIL 1 Act play. For community service, he has worked at the FCC Christmas in Action House with his church, worked on mission trips in New Orleans, Oklahoma City, Nashville, San Marcos, Fort Worth, and Port Arthur, working towards various relief efforts from natural disasters and in homeless shelters. His future plans are to attend the University of Texas and major in mechanical engineering, and he has received the Tenaris Merit Award, Disciplines of Christ CCSW Regional Scholarship, the Dorothy L. Davis Scholarship. Mr. Colin McCullough. Also at number 10 this evening, we have Miss Gentry Lynn Foreman, daughter of Kevin and Christine Foreman. She will be graduating with a GPA of 4.48. Her honors include Daughters of the American Revolution Award and the first team all-district in volleyball. Her campus leadership includes a 3-year varsity volleyball letterman, 2-year captain, student council, 2018 Cotoico Court, and the NHS vice president. She was the secretary of the student council. Her school-related activities are volleyball and the MOAS Organization of the American States. Her community involvement includes the Midland Rehabilitation Center, volunteer volleyball lessons, and Young Life volunteer. She was a camp champion, senior champion program, and after-school community Bible study. Her future plans are to attend Dallas Baptist University, majoring in kinesiology and a career in pediatric physical therapy. And she has received scholarships in Christian leadership and the Phi Theta Kappa scholarship. So sorry, Miss Gentry Foreman. Our number 9 is Mr. Raymond Douglas Mee, son of Chrissy Mee and the late Doug Mee. He will be graduating with a GPA of 4.52. His honors include 4-year academic letterman, AP scholar, varsity tennis letterman, Dan Callis Chemistry Award, Latin 1 and 2 awards, National Honor Society member, Texas scholar, and a Lord of the Cotoico Court. His campus leadership activities include tier membership in Students in Philanthropy, 2-year MHS Senate attendee, junior class vice president, Midland Freshman High posse member, and a 2-year Model Organization of American States delegate. His school-related extracurricular is the MHS Lacrosse Club. His community service youth activities include various students in philanthropy service projects. He has been part of 4-year mission trips to Belize and 1 to Jamaica, First Presbyterian Church Vacation Bible Schools, Christmas in Action, 1-to-1 tutoring, Breaking Bread Soup Kitchen. His activities include First Presbyterian Church Element and Young Life. His jobs have been a 4-year swim instructor and a 3-year lifeguard at the YMCA, and his future plans are to major in chemical engineering at Texas A&M. He received scholarships from the Leckler Scholarship, Opportunity Award Scholarship, Texas Aggie Grant, and the QEP Resource Education Foundation Scholarship, which is a $20,000 4-year scholarship. Mr. Raymond Mee. Our number 8 is Mr. Canton Reese Sherman, son of Albert and Kelly Sherman. He'll be graduating with a GPA of 4.53. His honors include National Merit Commended Scholar. His campus leadership positions were senior class president. He is a part of the lacrosse team, 2 times captain, 3 times varsity, Model Organization of American States, 3 times a member, 1 year as secretary, 1 year as delegate, and 1 year as public information officer. A member of the debate team for 3 years, 1 as vice president and 1 as president. His future plans are to attend the University of Texas at Austin, majoring in finance and pursuing a career in energy. Mr. Canton Reese Sherman. Our number 7 could not be here tonight because she is competing for the state championship in tennis, but that is Miss Allison Elizabeth Stewart, who is the daughter of Scott and Carmen Stewart. She will be graduating with a GPA of 4.56. She was Athlete of the Year in 2018 at Midland High, 2017 6A State Girls Doubles Champ, 2018 6A Girls Single Regional Champion, FCA Tennis Athlete Impact Award winner this year and on the Cotoico Court. She was Student Council President and National Honor Society Secretary and a part of the Midland High Varsity Tennis team. Her community service included babysitting and First Presbyterian Youth. She plans to attend Abilene Christian University and study speech pathology, going on a full scholarship to ACU. That's Miss Allison Stewart. Number 6 is Miss Cameron Brooke Jordan, daughter of Danny and Tracy Jordan. Cameron will be graduating with a GPA of 4.6. Her honors include 3-time UDA All-American Dancer, 4-time Division I State Soloist, 3-time Division I State Ensemble, 6-year All-Regional Choir Member and Area Advancer, 4-year Academic Letterman, 4-year Choir Letterman, 4-year Stars Letterman, Texas Scholar, Coca-Cola Scholarship Semifinalist, Choreographer Award, voted Most Valuable Dancer, 2018 MHS Cotoico Queen, CTE Award, and she was chosen to design the MISD district logos for Petroleum Health Science and Technology Academies. Her campus leaderships include 2-year captain of Midland High Stars dance team, 2-year officer, librarian and president of the Midland High Varsity Singers, and 2-year class officer, both vice president and secretary. She's a 3-year member of the Legion Carolers, 2-year officer, secretary and president of the Midland High Varsity Singers, 4-year member of the Midland High Dance Team, junior and senior class officer, Be the Change Leadership, National Honor Society, National Technical Honor Society, and a member of Midland High's production Pinkalicious, which will be here this weekend. She is a community service, has done community service as a tutor, member of Stonegate Youth, Travis Elementary Educational Aide, 3-year sales associate at the Rockhound Souvenir Shop, 2-year upward secretary at First Presbyterian Church, teacher at Deanne's Studio of Dance, experienced life mission partner, Breaking Bread volunteer, preschool service ministry, and she's volunteered over 1,000 hours with Northern Little League. Her future plans after high school are to attend Tarleton State University and major in elementary education. It has always been a dream to work with Teachers Without Borders. That's Miss Cameron Jordan. May I also say she has the Presidential Honors Scholarship, Tarleton's Dean Scholarship, College of Education Scholarship, Texan Scholarship, MS and Meek Lane Doss Scholarship, Lions Club Scholarship, and the Star Scholarship. So she has quite a lot going on. Our number 5 is Miss Reagan Brooke Ream. She is the daughter of Stacy and Melody Ream and the late Tammy Ream. She will be graduating with a GPA of 4.59. Her honors include National Merit Commended Scholar, AP Scholar, 4-year Academic Letterman, 3-year One-Act Play Letterman, 2-year Band Letterman, Texas Scholar, National Honor Society, National Society of High School Scholars, 2016 One-Act Play District All-Star Cast, 2015 Texas Thespians Theater Marketing National Qualifier. Her leadership positions on the campus were 2016-17 Theater President-elect and 2017-18 Theater President. Her school-related extracurricular activities include theater production, academic decathlon, and Latin Club. Her community service includes volunteer at High Sky Children's Ranch, First United Methodist Church children's volunteer, media team for First Methodist Youth. Her future plans are to attend Texas A&M University to major in biomedical engineering with a minor in business. Her scholarships include the Lechner Scholarship. This is Miss Raymond Ream. Our number 4 is Mr. Mark Lee Hendricks, son of Dennis and Margaret Hendricks. He will be graduating with a GPA of 4.64. His honors include a 4-year academic letterman, National Honor Society member, Lions Club Youth Recognition Award, Latin 1, 2, 3 Student of the Year Award, AP Physics Student 2 Student of the Year Award. His campus leadership includes Vice President of the MHS Latin Club. His school-related extracurricular is academic decathlon as a 10th grader and Latin Club as 10th, 11th, and 12th. His community service includes one-on-one tutoring, Meals on Wheels, Midland Children's Rehabilitation Center, and Helping Hands. He plans to attend the University of Texas in Austin to major in radio and television and film. Mr. Mark Hendricks. Number 3 is Miss Logan Elizabeth Holmes, daughter of Robert Holmes and Elizabeth June Holmes. Logan will be graduating with a GPA of 4.65. Her honors include monologue finalist and national qualifier at the Texas Thespian State Festival in 2017, National Merit Committed Scholar, AP Scholar with Honors, National Honor Society, Spanish National Honor Society, 2017 TMEA All-Regional Mixed Choir member, 3-year one-act play letterman. Her campus leadership includes Vice President of Thespian Troupe 3376, and her school-related activities are theater production, varsity singers, UIL one-act play, and legend carolers in the winter. Her community service volunteers are one-to-one tutoring, Keep Midland Beautiful, and the Blue Ribbon Run. She plans to major in biology at Southwestern University and to pursue a career in the medical field. Her scholarships include the Cody Scholarship Award from Southwestern University, the Tenaris Merit Award, and the Downtown Rotary Club Scholarship. Miss Logan Holmes. Our salutatorian is Miss Caitlin McKenzie Lauritsen, daughter of David and Sarah Lauritsen. She'll be graduating with a GPA of 4.68 as an AP Scholar with Distinction, National Merit Commended Scholar, 4-year academic letterman, 4-year band letterman, MISD Scholar, Lions Club Award recipient, AP U.S. History Student of the Year, All-Region Band Qualifier, State Qualifier for UIL Solo and Ensemble, Band Leadership Award, Exchange Club MHS Math Department recipient. Her school-related extracurricular includes member of the National Honor Society, member of the Spanish National Honor Society, and first-year flute player for the MHS Symphonic Band. Her community service includes Midland Symphony Bells, volunteering with Midland Community Theater Education Department spring and summer camps, student assistant with Applause Players Autism class at MCT for 4 years, member of the Pickwick Players, and chemistry tutor. She plans to major in chemistry at Dixon College, attend medical school, and become a medical examiner. She is receiving the Benjamin Rush Scholarship, $20,000 from Dickinson College, and the Trustee Scholarship, $500 a year, also from Dickinson College. Miss Caitlin Lauritsen. The valedictorian for MHS this year will be Miss McKaylee Brooke Carter, daughter of Glenn and Teresa Carter. She will be graduating with a GPA of 4.74. Her honors include Outstanding All-District Setter for District 26A Volleyball, 4-year academic letterman, Texas Scholar, member of the National Society of Scholars, member of the 2018 Cotoico Court, Lions Club Student of the Month, two-year varsity volleyball letterman, 2016 Homecoming Junior Princess, President of the United States Award by Duke University, Anatomy and Physiology Student of the Year. Her campus leadership positions include President of the National Honor Society, Vice President of Student Council, Captain of the varsity volleyball team, Vice President of Midland Freshman and Sophomore Council, Officer of the Interact Club, Midland Freshman Posse member. Her school-related extracurricular activities are club volleyball, Fellowship of Christian Athletes, Young Life, and Stonegate Youth. Her community service includes tutor of the Midland One-to-One Tutoring, member of the Midland Symphony Guild, volunteer at Breaking Bread Soup Kitchen, Need to Read, September Fest, Midland Community Theater, and Safe Place. Instructor for young volleyball players, model for Willow Boutique, and Project Graduation Style Show. Her future plans are to attend the University of Texas at Austin and to continue on to dental school. She receives the Tenaris, Amberzant, and Bowers Family Scholarships. Ms. McKaylee Carter. We also have several scholarships that I would like to announce to you tonight. Ms. McKinley Dawn Conklin, daughter of Kelly and Christy Adams. She will be graduating and attending. Where she's going to be. Our future plans after high school are to attend Payne University in Brownwood, Texas, and she's receiving scholarships, the Dean Scholarship, the Grace Pilot Scholarship recipient, and the Miss Permian Basin Fair Scholarship. Miss Michaela Cochran. Our next scholarship winner is Miss Maya Eileen Duarte. Maya will be receiving the MISD Julie Conaway Memorial and the MHS Memorial Scholarship. She is the daughter of Mary Watson and Valdemar Duarte. Her future plans are to attend the University of Texas of the Permian Basin in the fall of 2018 to obtain her basics. After that, she would like to attend Texas Tech's nursing program to major in nursing. After obtaining 2,000 hours in medical setting as a registered nurse, she would like to go to Midland College for the Texas Tech Physician's Assistant Program to become a physician's assistant. She's receiving scholarships from the Masonic Lodge, UTPB Freshman Achievement Scholarship, MISD Julie Conway Memorial Scholarship, and the MHS Memorial Scholarship. Miss Maya Duarte. Our next recipient is Simon Oren Glenn. Simon is the son of Mary and Gail Glenn and is receiving the MISD Joseph Baresi MISD Joseph Baresi Scholarship. His future plans are to attend UTPB and to earn a master's in mechanical engineering. His scholarships include the MISD Joseph Baresi, MHS Football Booster Club, and the UTPB Freshman Merit Award Scholarship. Thank you. Those are our recipients.
Just real quick, Board, the next group of students are very special group to MISD. We're proud to recognize 10 seniors. They're actually all Midland High School seniors in the Education Intern Program. These students have expressed an interest in teaching and have completed high school coursework in human growth and development, instructional practices, and practicum education. The administration of MISD will be offering employment to these students, be recommending employment to the MISD Board of Trustees when they've gained their full certification and completed all requirements to be eligible for employment. So these students, as Dr. Sparacell calls her name, will actually be receiving a letter from Mr. Riddick as across the stage that is extending that offer for when they complete all their criteria, get their bachelor's degree, and come back to us. Using this as a platform, just a time to announce, we're very excited to grow your own. We're announcing a Grow Your Own grant that we received. This grant is going to be used to strengthen the streamless transition between our students in an education and training program all the way to a college degree. Hopefully, I think it'll be done without having to pay any tuition at all. And then of course the purpose of that is to extend that opportunity for them to come back to us as teachers. With that grant, we're also announcing we have a $10,000 master's award for teachers working on their master's in order to teach dual credit to help those students advance into that level. So we're excited to announce the possibilities. At the same time, we're going to recognize these students in their hard work. Thank you.
If my Ready, Set, Teach students would line up here to the side and come up as I call your name. Our first student is Miss Kayla Barrera. She did her field internship at Sam Houston Elementary and plans to go to Midland College. Tori Borrego. Tori Borrego did her field work also at Sam Houston Elementary and also plans to attend Midland College. Stephanie Sobrian. Stephanie did her field work at Travis Elementary and plans to attend Midland College. Bailey Goodrum. Bailey did her internship at the General Franks Elementary School and plans to attend Stephen F. Austin. Alyssa Pena. Alyssa also did her work at General Franks Elementary and she plans to attend Midland College. Karina Quiroz. Karina did her work at Travis Elementary and plans to attend Midland College. Catherine Ritter. Catherine did her work at General Franks Elementary and plans to attend Stephen F. Austin. Diana Chavez. Diana did her teaching at Bowie Elementary and plans to attend Midland College. We did have two students who were unable to make it this evening because they are working, but I would like to announce their names. Ida Liz Martinez did her work at Henderson Elementary and will be going to Midland College. April Stone did her work at Midland High and plans to go to Midland College as well. Thank you.
All right, thank you all students. Congratulations to each and every one of you, and thank you parents and caregivers and all the supporters who helped them along the way. We know you played a big role and we appreciate you very much. Thank y'all. Take a minute to allow people that don't want to stay for the remainder of our meeting this evening to exit now. We'll start up in just a minute. Okay. We'll turn to our agenda item number 3, public forum, and we have 7 persons signed up to address us this evening. Hope for those of you that, if this is your first time, I hope you have reviewed the rules. There's a 3-minute time limit. First, I will call on Mr. Chris Gafford. Topic, political correctness at MISD. Mr. Gafford, welcome.
Good afternoon. That was a mass exodus out of here after they got done getting their awards. Mainly probably because I know y'all don't care. Because they see us come and talk and they see y'all say, okay, next on the agenda. Which is the things we need to talk about. You know, back in August, we told the band they can't play Dixie anymore because it's for the safety of the students. Instead of doing real things like, why aren't we talking about arming teachers like they are in Big Spring? Why aren't we going to allow a shooting to come in here to our school, considering we're taking handguns out of the schools? 3 recently. We haven't even discussed that. Why aren't we talking about bullying? There's lots of moms here last month to talk to y'all about bullying. And the answer is political correctness. The answer is because we have things called restorative justice. That's the definition: criminal justice system that focuses on the rehabilitation of offenders through reconciliation with victims. In other words, just political correctness at its best. Hey, we'll take the bullies, we'll take the victims, we'll have them hug and sing Kumbaya, and then that'll probably be all right. That's not keeping kids safe. Getting rid of songs that the band plays isn't keeping kids safe. And it's going to lead, the bullying and issues we have is going to lead to another 2011, where we had 4 student suicides here at MISD. Mr. Riddick has a contract with the school. Section 4.3 of that contract says the board shall refer in a timely manner all substantive criticism, complaints, and suggestions called to the board's attention to the superintendent for study and/or appropriate action, and the superintendent shall refer such matters to the appropriate district employee or shall investigate such matters and shall within a reasonable time inform the board of the results of the effort. That's in his contract. We've brought this to your attention. Where's the investigations? Where's the results? We're paying Superintendent Riddick $275,000 a year to kick the can down the road and to tell parents that things like, we need to have a bigger footprint at the school, and to constantly refer it back to the people that he's been told, no, they're ignoring it, we need your help. One thing y'all talk about a lot is one town, one team, which is a joke. We got at least 2 teams here. We got the parents versus MISD. We got the victims versus the bullies. We got the realist versus the politically correct. So, just like in the contract, criticism, I got one for you. Kids aren't safe. Kids aren't safe here. And we put our focus in the wrong place on things like what the band plays, okay? Complaint. The administration isn't addressing it at all. When we're done here, you'll say, okay, next on the agenda item, and you'll go on just like you do every month. And a suggestion, do something real to fix the problem, not imagined problems like what the band plays. So, just like the contract says, we will wait a reasonable amount of time for the superintendent to, quote, inform the board of such efforts. You've been put on notice. We've met those criteria. It's time for y'all to hold to the contract. One last thing, I hear the beeper going off. In July article, Mr. Riddick said, before he came started over here, it's important to find those groups that are active and involved. Here we are. We're here. We're telling y'all what needs to happen. You're not listening. Hence the mass exodus out of here.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Gafford. All right, next, Maddie Linscomb, although I believe Bennett will address us. Is that correct? Oh, correct? Is that right? Okay. Or both of you, or what? All right, welcome.
I spoke last month about my daughter and the torture she endured at the hands of another child while attending Emerson Elementary. I won't go into the gruesome detail again. If you want to know her story, you can go and watch it on MISD webpage. As you can see, she's here, and she would like to speak herself.
Bennett, welcome.
Just look at me and read it. She says, "Hi, my name is Bennett Grace. I am a hero because I was brave enough to tell my story. My teacher, counselor,
and assistant principal all knew what was happening to me and did nothing about it. I have a voice and I want other kids to know I have one too. It took a detective at MPD and a counselor at the CAC to hear my story and believe me. I will forever be grateful for them."
Thank you, Bennett. Jake Morrison, topic bullying. Welcome, Jake.
Hi, everybody. My name is Jake. I was being bullied at school almost all year. My grandma told me to stay away from those boys, and I did. On Friday, they are the ones who came to me and shoved me. The lady who asked me what happened lied about what I said. My grandma asked me what I wanted in my ISD to know about bullying. I want you to know that when they hit us and call us names and don't play with us, one time it's okay, but when they do it over and over, it hurts us. I wanted to have a better rules and adults that I can trust. I wanted to have friends that are nice and won't hurt me or others. And I would like to help with a solution so I can get up in the morning and be happy to go to school. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Jake. All right, next, Yolanda Reyes, topic bullying. Ms. Reyes, welcome.
Thank you. My name is Yolanda Reyes, and I am Jake's grandmother. My grandson came to me and told me how two boys were messing with him at school. The name calling, laughing at him, and accidentally bumping into him on a daily basis. On Friday, May the 4th, Jake let me know and other family members that the same two kids that had bothered him shoved him, one and then the other, taking turns, hard enough to make his side hurt. At that time, I approached the school to make a bullying report. I was told that I could not do it, but Mom had to, and at that time, an investigation would take place. A bullying report that I could not pick up myself, which was not true. All campuses have bullying reports. After the report was made, there would be an investigation. At this time, I asked for a third party to come in because one of the boys that was bullying my grandson was a staff member's son at the same school. I did not feel that it would be conducted fairly. The third party came in and did an investigation. At the time, she found that this was not bullying, but a one-time incident. As a result of the investigation, my grandson was placed in the same room along with the boys that have hurt him. Bullying is defined as an imbalance of power and repetitious behavior. In this situation, the imbalance is physical and social power, along with repetitious verbal bullying. What I thought was going to be an impartial investigation turned out to be a covering of inappropriate behavior by the staff member's son. How can adults that are there to protect us lie about what children do or lie to cover up? I went to Milam as a child. Sorry. along with 4 of my children, 17 nieces and nephews. I was the parent that baked the cookies, volunteered for PTA. I was there for MISD. My question is MISD going to be there for Jake and myself now that we need you? Why come up with the word bullying? Why make our children aware of this if MISD is not ready to deal with it in an appropriate manner? You will not be ready to deal with it until it happens to you or to your children. What are you going to tell them when they come to you with tears in their eyes and say, Grandma, I just walked around school today, or Grandma, I picked up trash during recess so that way the boys don't bother me? Until you've experienced what we've experienced, you will be ready to help us out.
Ms. Reyes, if you could wrap it up, please. The time's up.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. All right. Next is Kristen Yaden. Topic, hopes and dreams. Ms. Yaden, welcome. If I'm pronouncing that correctly, I'm sorry.
You are.
Okay.
My name is Kristen Yaden, and I'm here to speak in support of Midland Moms on a Mission. I am the mother of 2 young ladies, 11 and 14. Both of my girls attend MISD schools. Years ago in a work training, I was asked how I wanted to be remembered. I don't really remember what the work lesson was, but what I do remember is this. I am a mother, a daughter, a Christian, a sister, an aunt, a friend, a volunteer. I am a sinner, and I'm a social worker. Soon after becoming a mother, my purpose in life was thrown into my face, and I took on the role of advocate. I advocate for children. I do not believe that a child should be abused. I do not believe that a child should feel pain or neglect or hurt. And I believe that it is my job to stand up and speak for them. Please hear me when I say children are being bullied. They're being abused physically, mentally, emotionally, sexually, and they're being tortured in our schools. And nothing is being done. We as parents do not know what we can do. We do not know the protocol that the districts have set forth. We do not know about bully reports and grievances, and we do not know about our civil rights as they pertain to our children. I have family that works for MISD, many friends who work for MISD, as teachers, as administrators, and in central office. I support them, and I support public education. There are horrible things happening in our schools right now, and we as a community are not doing what needs to be done to advocate and protect our children. I know that a lot of teachers and administrations stick their necks out for children daily in this regards, and I know that they love their jobs and love our children. But I also know of situations where this is not the case. I have heard way too many stories this year alone of teachers and administrations not doing right by our children and covering things up. I've seen it with my own eyes, and I've heard it with my own ears. My hopes and dreams for tonight are this. I hope that you, the school board, members of central office, MISD employees, and the community hear us when we say something has to change. Hear us when we say our kids are hurting. Hear us when we say nothing is being done. Hear us when we say help. We need to change protocol and policy. We need a policy that all teachers and employees know and understand and follow. We need a checks and balances system for all of that. My prayer is that as the school year closes and you all go into summer preparing for the next year, that you take a good hard look at what is going on and decide to actually sit down and make a change. It is our job as parents and community members to wake up and start looking at who is representing us, who we elect, and what our needs are as a community. We have to be involved, and we have to learn how to stand up in the eye of diversity and demand change. Things are not right. Our kids are hurting. MISD claims to be one town, one team, a district of innovation, and states that their children and teachers are their greatest assets. Well, I think it is time that you put our money where your mouth is.
All right, Ms. Yaden, thank you very much. Next, Danny Shepard. Topic, MISD response to protests. Ms. Shepard, welcome.
Sorry, it's heavy. Okay, I'm Danny Shepard with the Midland Moms on a Mission. On Tuesday, May 8th, we stood in protest outside the central office of MISD. We stood on behalf of the many children who have been affected by MISD's failure to protect these children from mental and physical abuse caused by bullying. We stood to spread awareness. We stood for change. I'd like to take a moment to read you the statement MISD released concerning our protest. At Midland ISD, the safety of our students is our top priority. We take every bullying allegation seriously and conduct a thorough investigation for each report received to ensure our students are safe and protected at school. To make certain that we properly address and investigate any allegation of a bullying situation, we follow a very thorough process. All bullying reports submitted go to the executive director of student services, the campus principal, and assistant principals. The campus handles the investigation. Each campus is equipped with a variety of tools and a bullying checklist. The campus also conducts interviews with the alleged victim, the alleged aggressor, and any potential witnesses, which may include other students, district staff, and members of the community. If an investigation concludes any misbehavior, the district also provides counseling and any other resources available, including third-party referrals to the victim and the aggressor if needed. Family Educational Rights and Protection Act, FERPA, restricts the district from sharing information on the results from an investigation. Therefore, school districts are not allowed to publicly share details or the outcome of an investigation. Just because certain information is protected by law and not allowed to be publicly disclosed doesn't mean the district doesn't take action to resolve a bullying situation or inappropriate behavior on a campus. We understand that our students cannot perform academically if they do not feel safe. Our staff strives to provide an enriching academic environment that provides a place of comfort and security for all of our students. This book contains 96 stories, all showing examples how MISD has failed to stand behind their own statement, story after story, that contradicts the very principles you claim to abide by. When will the story stop? When will we see change? I know with the school year coming to an end, you're hoping that Midland Moms on a Mission will lose focus and go away. We are just getting started. Our mission and our promise remains the same. We will never stop standing for these victims and families that MISD has failed and continues to fail every single day.
All right, Ms. Shepard, thank you. All right. Our last speaker is Bethany Friedenblum, if I'm pronouncing that Friedenblum. Great. And the topic is teacher support. Welcome, Ms. Friedenblum.
Thank you. My name is Bethany Friedenblum, and I am a former MISD teacher. I'm here to speak on behalf of all the other teachers who are currently having similar experiences to mine in schools across the district. Midland Moms on a Mission's main focus is obviously the children, but in this time there have been so many teachers that have reached out to us as well that we feel it's important to tell their stories too. Teachers are our kids' first line of defense. Our hope in sharing this is that the importance of being a good role model is amplified. This is a stepping stone to solving a bullying issue. I attended Scarborough Elementary as a child for my 5th grade year, so getting hired to teach 5th grade there in 2010 was an absolute dream job for me. Unfortunately, it quickly turned into a nightmare. For the sake of time, I'm going to go ahead and jump to November of that school year when I found myself in an unscheduled meeting one afternoon. At this meeting, I was confronted by the principal, the AP, and the reading specialist of that school, a very obvious imbalance of power. I was completely blindsided when that principal told me that she had heard that I was talking badly about her behind her back to other people in the school. I was totally lost, not having any idea what she was even talking about. The conversation went on to be extremely threatening and very one-sided. I attempted to defend myself, but was immediately shut down. There was no way I was going to lose my first teaching job to gossip, so I apologized for what she said happened, and I went back to my room to work. From that day on, the principal made it her personal goal to make sure that I was absolutely miserable every single day for the rest of the year. She micromanaged my room to a T. She yelled at me in front of my students. The bulletin boards. I haven't thought about this in almost 10 years. I didn't expect to have this reaction to it. The bulletin boards that I decorated with my students' hard work were ripped down, torn, wadded up, and destroyed on more than one occasion. She even mentioned to my mom at one point how she almost had me broken in. All the stress started to manifest in me as sickness. I was in and out of doctors' offices and the hospital constantly. I became depressed. The very small amount of time that I had the opportunity to sleep, I was only plagued with nightmares and sleep paralysis. I was diagnosed with general anxiety disorder and had to start using an inhaler to fight the random panic attacks that came on that felt like heart attacks. My entire family begged me to quit every day, but I refused to leave my class of children without a teacher. The level of mental, verbal, and emotional abuse that I endured from my superior that year is something I don't wish on my worst enemy. If this was my experience as an adult, I can't even imagine how a child handles a situation like this. So to all the teachers experiencing something like this right now, I want to say to you that it's not supposed to be that way. We support you and the kids need you, and try your darndest to keep your passion stronger than that immaturity and intimidation. And to all the teachers and administrators who are the bullies, you need to take a good hard look in the mirror and make a choice. Either you continue to perpetuate the problem that we're currently having, or you need to be a part of a solution for a brighter, safer atmosphere for our kids.
Thank you, Ms. Friedenblum. All right, that is our list of speakers for this evening. Thank you very much for addressing the board. All right, next our consent agenda. 4A, board meeting minutes. 4B, financials. 4C, monthly expenditures. 4D, cafeteria lunch prices. 4E, personnel appointments, and there is an addendum on our table here to our board packet. 4F, contracts over $100,000. Each of those items begins on page 12 and continues through page 74 of our board packet, along with the addendum. Board, do any of those items need to be pulled for any reason or further discussion this evening? All right, hearing none, then all those matters will be approved, deemed by consent. All right, 5A, district reports, financial update. Information begins on page 83. Ms. Moss, welcome.
Thank you. Mr. Davis, board members, Mr. Riddick, I have 4 items I'd like to update you on tonight. The first is the fiscal year 2017-18. We ended the month of April with $148 million in cash and short-term investments. This is a decrease of $16.7 million compared to the previous month. Our interest rates continue to increase. They range from 1.65 to 1.94%. The district earned $230,000 in interest for the month of April compared to $90,000 for the same period last year. As of April 30th, the district has recognized 98% of budgeted local property tax revenue, $213 million for general operating, and $17.9 million for debt service. We have made 4 recapture payments to date, totaling $23.4 million, and we have 3 remaining payments for a balance due of $17.6 million. My next topic is the fiscal year 2018 budget progress. We've received the certified estimates from the Midland Central Appraisal District on April 30th. The total taxable value estimated on the report totaled $22.7 billion. We received another update on May 10th at our request. The estimate increased to $23.8 billion. The May 10th estimates include more information needed for the revenue calculation. We anticipate receiving an updated estimate from the Chief Appraiser on May 22nd. We will provide revenue calculations based on the May 22nd updated estimates to the board at the budget workshop on Tuesday, May 29th. The next topic is our Skyward software implementation. The student and finance software conversion continues to run on schedule. There will be 2 major passes of information to Skyward for the conversion. Pass 1 is due to Skyward this Friday, May 18th, and the second pass is due later this summer. Skyward consultation and training on the finance side is scheduled for May 31st and June 1st, and the conversion remains on schedule for a July start. The final topic is records management. The district reached out to a records management consulting firm to help with compliance in our records retention. RCI completed phase 1 of the project on May 4th. They processed 2,409 boxes during phase 1. They identified 1,211 boxes that needed to be destroyed. 1,198 will be stored in the warehouse until they reach the destroy date. Phase 2 of the project started today. There are approximately another 2,000 boxes to be processed, and once the project is complete, the district will be in compliance with record retention. And Mr. Davis, that concludes my report.
All right. Any questions, board?
How many, out of curiosity, how many boxes are stored?
I'm sorry?
How many boxes are stored? How much data are we storing? I mean, once you get, sounds like the
I'm not sure I understand your question.
once you meet your, the records keeping mandate, how much information is still stored?
It's going to be probably, a guess would be about 2,400 boxes.
Okay.
So they're looking at probably 4,500 boxes. And over the years, each year you should destroy information that's outdated or that needs to be destroyed, and we're just kind of catching up on that. So that's why we brought the consulting firm in to look at all of our records and go through and get us in compliance.
Okay. Thank you.
Any other questions? All right, Ms. Moss, thank you very much. Appreciate your work. All right, next, District Report 5B, Innovation Update, System of Great Schools. Ms. Kale, welcome.
Thank you. Good evening, Mr. Davis, board members, Mr. Riddick. Thank you for having me again this evening. As we continue the process of Midland on the Move and everything that's happening, I just want to give you a brief update. Our key communicators had a great visit last time they met. They went to Goddard and experienced a bell change at Goddard and were able to see the crowding situation at Goddard, and then had a Q&A session with the principal while they were there. They then transitioned to Houston Elementary, where they got to see what they did a tour of Houston just to see what it looks like before we transform that campus, and then we'll take them back again in the fall to see an after. At the same time, while they were at Houston, they were able to hear a presentation from Executive Director of English Language Learners, Joanna Rowley, to hear about our English as a Second Language program. And good Q&A from that group. They stayed over 30 minutes later than their ending time to continue discussions. Very engaged group. In May, they will go to Midland High School, do a tour of Midland High School, and engage with several other department members. Our schedule for David Osborne for the conference that he will be conducting for our community has been finalized. That will be on October 18th at the Petroleum Museum, and I'll be scheduling planning calls with him in the coming weeks. Our site visits, you have a brief in your board documents for the newcomer centers and the Las Americas visit in Houston. They had a successful visit, and then our transformation committee had a debrief from one of the team members that went on that. We also, next month, you'll get debriefs on the Denver visit that we just went on, as well as a group that just got back from Arizona to visit with Legacy. The Denver visit was very well done in relation to what we were able to glean about System of Great Schools. As you know, Denver's been in this work for over 10 years, and they've gone through the process of portfolio management, innovation schools, student-based budgeting plus, and then even different models that they call the Luminary Learning Network. We visited 2 of the campuses within that network, and we're excited to learn about the different opportunities they have with the flexibilities that are garnered for those campuses. For example, Ashley Elementary that we went to, some of their innovations were more around teacher hiring and budgetary. Yet when we went to Denver Green School, one of their autonomies was the fact that they do not have a principal. They have shared leadership among 3 of the teachers on staff, and they also have an advisory council that works with the campus for professional development as well as the entire learning network. So it's very interesting, very insightful. We look to a return visit to Denver to learn even more, because now we know the questions that we really need to ask, as well as we hope some of you might be able to go on that trip to learn more. Upcoming Midland on the Move presentations, just to keep you in the loop, we'll be presenting to Anadarko, Chevron, Schlumberger, the county commissioners, the Permian Basin Petroleum Association, as well as the Master Facility Planning Committee. So we'll have continuing to spread the word. Additionally, on May 30th, we will be hosting a talent convening. We will have partners in from different organizations, higher ed, Region 18, we'll have Ector County will be there, Ector County ISD. We'll also have city and government representatives, TNTP, leadership partners that works with Rice University on their mini MBA, and different partners like that will come in and listen to the good work that Woodrow's been doing in HR, and to hear what's happening there that we're doing to attract and retain teachers, as well as what we're seeing on a national landscape. We're also looking at potentially having some national funders here with, along with our local funders, but we'll also have Gates Foundation, Arnold Foundation, and Walton Foundation as a few others that are being reached out to for this opportunity. We'll also have Idea Public Schools and Legacy Traditional Schools there to participate in this opportunity. So we're just continuing to move and make things happen and try to make things better for the district and our community.
Thank you, Ms. Kale. Any questions? Thank you. Very excited. We continue to be excited. Thank you for all your work and everyone that's working with you for that. All right, next district report, 5C, facility update. Mr. Riggin, welcome.
Yes, thank you, Board. Just wanted to take a few opportunities to update the Board on where the Facility Master Planning Committee, where we are. It's been a very busy last month, and it continues to be a very busy month this month with the Facility Master Planning Committee. On this last Thursday, on May 3rd of this month, we had 16 members of the committee meet with 38 high school students at Lee High School. We met with these students at a facility forum. We met to make a presentation to these students to discuss where we are as a district as far as our building capacities, our expected forecasted enrollment in the future, and where we see as a community where we have needs for facilities in the future. After that presentation, the committee had authored 3 questions that were what we wanted to find out what the outcome or the answers to those questions are from our students, high school students. We received pages of comments and from these students. They were very energetic with their comments, and we found that the comments that were shared by these students are going to be extremely useful to the Facility Master Planning Committee. Last Thursday, the Facility Master Planning Committee also hosted a public meeting where we had, again, 16 Members of the committee showed up to moderate table discussions with our community. We had 38 community representatives show up, our community members show up at this meeting. And we spent a good part of an hour, hour and a half receiving comments on 3 similar questions that we asked our public. Again, we received lots of comments and concerns for facilities from our public. This information is all being compiled and will be given back to our committee. And this information and the questions that were answered at these 2 events are going to be critical to the continued work of our committee in moving forth with the Facility Master Planning Committee. We continue the work on that committee and just wanted to take this opportunity to update you. Any questions?
Any questions for Mr. Riggin? All right, we're excited about the work you're doing too. Thank you for all you're doing and all those that are helping you do it. All right. Now turning to our action items. It's 6A. It's once again time for the board to engage in its Lone Star Governance Board quarterly self-evaluation. If the board will please turn to page 95 of our board packet. We'll go through this as efficiently as we can. The good news is, as you will see, we are in total agreement on Vision 1, Vision 2, Vision 3, Vision 4, and Accountability 1. The difference of opinion is on Accountability 2, although I'm pleased to report that it looks like 5 of us are on the same page and have scored a 0, and I will remind the board, for those that scored above 0, that the reason why we cannot score above a 0 is because our most recent superintendent evaluation took place more than 12 months ago because we did not evaluate Mr. Schroeder. He had a 1-year term, and it would have been a great evaluation, but we didn't evaluate him. And then we have not yet evaluated Mr. Riddick. We believe we will do that this summer. His 1-year anniversary will come up this summer. That is a great question. Yes, part of, because we've turned to the Lone Star Governance goals and student outcomes, we are really evaluating the superintendent on a monthly basis when we hear our goal progress measures. So those are ongoing, but the summative evaluation, is that correct use of the word, Mr. Riddick? Has not yet occurred and will occur this summer. So I think we have to accept begrudgingly under these circumstances a score of 0 and accountability 2. All right, next on structure. Again, the good news that there are 4 of us that are on the same page on this one, that we can score no higher than a 4. And the reason we cannot, I would submit, is that in order to score the 12, which is the next score up, the board must have reviewed its local policies, every one of them, and voted to remove policies regarding district operations that are neither required by law nor an appropriate exercise of board oversight authority. The review addressed operational directives in all local policies. And while we've made progress and reviewed many of them and voted on many to remove them, that is still an ongoing process, is it not, Ms. Robertson?
That's correct.
And just for purposes of our next quarterly estimate, what is your estimate on what it would take in order to review them all and vote them all out?
We are scheduled to do 2 more of our policy sections in September.
Okay.
And so I would anticipate to have those 2 sections to y'all hopefully by Christmas. And then we will have to schedule the last 2 sections in the spring and then have the final sections to you by summer.
And the reason, of course, is that is a very time-intensive process, and there's lots of work that goes into that, both legal analysis, legislative analysis, and so forth. And so,
yes, sir.
While we've given Ms. Robertson a hard time, we're going to remain at 4 for a while, it sounds like, next summer, but we know it's notwithstanding hard work that she's put into that.
Well, and Mr. Davis, let me tell you, for advocacy and unity, obviously I made some typos, and it should have been a 3 and a 10 that I wrote down there. I just wanted to point
I thought that
out.
was it. All right,
Yeah.
so we're all agreed on advocacy 3.
So we're, real quick, so on structure, so we're saying that there's a consensus that
We can score no higher than 4 on structure.
or 1.
What? On structure?
Yeah, is it 1 or 4?
4.
No more than.
You,
So we're currently at a 1?
No, we're currently at a 4. And we can go no higher.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm just.
All right.
I had a misunderstanding about that, so.
Okay.
Maybe I was looking at.
Well, you had, okay.
So,
Yeah. All
okay.
right. Now, just because we can't do your 12 doesn't mean we go back down to 1. All right. Here we go. And lastly, on unity, we're all agreed on 10. Another typo. Yeah, okay, good, great. We're all agreed. All right. Now that covers our existing score, which is a score of 77, which is an improvement from last time. I believe that, well, I don't want to venture to say, but I know it's an improvement. I hope that when the most current Lone Star rankings are announced by TEA, that we'll continue to be at the #1 district in implementing Lone Star governance. But now turning to our next quarter targets.
Oh, does that need to be, does there need to be a correction since Karen's saying there's a typo in there?
Well, we will, for purposes of the board minutes, we will record the score of 15, 15, 10, 5, 15, 0, 4, 3, 10 for a total of 77. Okay? All right. Now, looking for the next quarter, our target goals for each of these, we're going to, because we have achieved the maximum scores on Vision 1, Vision 2, Vision 3, Vision 4, Accountability 1, then, we can go no higher. So now we turn to Accountability 2, and I believe that we will certainly be able to evaluate. Well, I say certainly. It depends on whether we do it in June or July, depending on the quarter. But there's a chance that we can, a good chance we can do an evaluation in the next quarter of Superintendent Riddick. That would get us to 1. And then I think the only thing, if we were to do that, the only thing that would keep us from being a 4 would be if we need to create a self-constraint concerning the cost of staff time spent on governance. And I'm going to have to learn more information about that, on what that cost constraint is, or what those options might be available to us. As you know, we currently, on each item on our agenda, we have we ask the person preparing the information, our board packet, to allot the time that they spent in preparing the information. And I don't know if that is what this is describing or something else. So I'll have to get more educated, and I'll educate all y'all once I learn. But for purposes of our next quarterly score, we have 3 1s, which I believe assume that we're going to be able to conduct an evaluation of Mr. Riddick in the next quarter, and then we have a couple of 4s, believing that we're going to achieve that self-constraint concerning cost of staff time, and then we have 5, which if we're able to do those 2, I don't see any reason why we can't do 5, but that's the big if. So, is there, what's the pleasure of the board on what the score we should have in light of all those circumstances? 5? Okay. On accountability 2? I think the only thing that keeps us from a 5 are the two things that I mentioned. One is the superintendent evaluation has to occur by the end of June next quarter. And we have to establish a self-constraint concerning the cost of staff time spent on governments. Otherwise, I think once those two are met, we can do 5. So we want to set 5 as a target. It just depends on when we do the evaluation. All right.
The only reason why I had a 0 because I didn't know when the evaluation was scheduled. So.
Yeah. All right. Well, we will use it as an aspirational goal of 5. How about that?
Maybe ask Mr. Riddick or someone from the teaching learning team, when do the final star numbers come out so that we know if we met the goals? Because that may be important in that evaluation.
Not till August.
August?
I don't have the exact date, but it's in August.
In fact, I've reached out to Deputy Commissioner Grable as to his recommendations on when we should evaluate a superintendent, and I will share that with all of you. And I will send it to Mr. Riddick or Leah, both, and then they will share it with you on his thoughts. There's some things for us to consider on the timing. I think it's only appropriate that we evaluate Mr. Riddick, either right at the end of June or July as we see fit. And then, but there's some things to ponder because the star evaluations don't come till August. The final numbers don't come till August, and there's some reason to do it after that. Although there's some all sorts of domino ramifications that we need to consider on when to do that. But I will share that with you.
We always have our projections and preliminary numbers that we run and everything, but the official numbers won't come until August.
All right.
So, out of curiosity, that date wouldn't be moved back, or that information wouldn't be supplied quicker to districts that are moving to change their fiscal year in District of Innovation?
No, that will all be, unless the state changes. When they release the dates, that date won't be affected by our status, notwithstanding all the accolades we have been receiving from TEA about our progress. All right. Yeah.
I have a question. We're talking about a 5, but based on what we're saying here, it says most recent superintendent evaluation evaluated on the superintendent in part based on results of student outcome goals. So we're not going to have the STAR test until after. So is 5 even going to be attainable, even a 1?
Yep, that's.
No.
When does the quarter, is this, are we going June, July, August, is that the quarter?
No, the quarter ends, it's like a fiscal year quarter. I mean, it's end of June. No, that's a good point, Mr. Bishop. I need to get clarification on whether or not, again, whether there are goal progress measures that we evaluate each month satisfy this criteria, or whether this criteria can only be satisfied after you receive the August final numbers. Let me get clarification on that. That's a good question. All right. So I'm going to suggest we put 5 until further clarification. All right, for our next quarter goals. And then we're agreed, or no, where are we? Structure. Structure, I guess, in light of Ms. Robertson's comments, I think we will remain a 4 going forward for next quarter. And then lastly advocacy. Advocacy, I'm going to suggest that we do the 9 rather than the 10, because it is certainly true we can achieve the 9 when we have our Lone Star training or in an informational meeting on June 4th. There'll be more publicity coming forth about that for those potentially interested in board service or simply learning more about Lone Star governance principles and how this board has applied them. That will occur on June 4th. I don't think we can achieve the 10 for the simple reason that prior to being elected, all newly elected trustees must receive training in Lone Star governance. And unfortunately, we're going to have at least one new trustee, and so they won't be elected until November. They won't be able to. Yeah. So I'm going to suggest that 9 is the appropriate score on that.
When down the road will we include students in a Lone Star governance scenario?
When are we going to do that?
When?
Well,
It's
we can
should.
include those in June. We can invite those in June, and I think that's part of the plans is to make that announcement that they are welcome, and we'll try to make a concerted effort in that regard. All right. But I think the newly elected will be the obstacle for us achieving a 10 next quarter. All right. So it's a 9 for that. And then we're all agreed on unity. How appropriate. All right. Okay. Ms. Robertson, did you get all that?
I did, yes.
Okay, great. Thank you. All right. I guess that's is an action item. We approved 77 for the current score and whatever those numbers added up for the next quarter score.
I move.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Marquez, second by Mr. Kennedy. Any questions? Further discussion? All those in favor, please raise your right hand. It's unanimous. Thank you. All right. With great sadness and regret.
Action item.
I will now move to action item 6B, discussion and possible acceptance of resignation from trustee Karen Nicholson, representing District 5. In fact, I'd like Ms. Nicholson like to read the letter that she has submitted to us.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I didn't warn you.
Since I will be moving to Austin the end of May, I will no longer be a legal resident of my district. I'm therefore resigning from my position as District 5 representative in my ISD Board of Trustees effective May 15th. It is a bittersweet decision. I think we have a very good team in MISD, board and staff, and have very much enjoyed being a part. I think MISD is in an exciting place and look forward to following the work from Austin as MISD becomes a system of great schools.
All right. Any questions?
We have to.
Well, I'll just try and speak on behalf of the board that we very much appreciate your service, your commitment to public service and helping our public schools, the great champion you've been for MISD, all the work that you've done behind the scenes and being an advocate for all the issues that are important to our children, our schools, and all the public stands that you've also taken to be a champion for public schools. You will be sorely missed, and your service is very much appreciated. Thank you, Eric.
So with prejudice, I guess I'm going to move that we accept her resignation.
All right, motion by Mr. Kennedy. Second by Mr. Murray. We're on the record now. Y'all did it.
I do have an add-on, Mr. President.
All those in favor, please raise your right hand.
Mr. President, I do
I'm
have
sorry, Mr. Bishop.
a revision to his motion. I would say with regrets, we accept your resignation.
Assume that's a friendly amendment that will be accepted to the motion? All right. Are all in favor of that amended motion, please raise your right hand. Ms. Nicholson obviously abstained, otherwise it was sadly unanimous. All right, moving on. And that resignation will be effective tomorrow, so we are grateful that Ms. Nicholson will continue to serve this evening for our remaining agenda items. 6C, vacation days resolution. That information begins on page 98 of our board packet. Ms. Robertson, there you are.
Good evening, Board and Mr. Riddick. And tonight we have another action item that's necessary due to our fiscal year change. Our employees that earn vacation days earn it so much per month, depending on their level of experience. And because our fiscal year is ending earlier this year, our employees don't have the opportunity to earn the days that they're expecting to earn. And so what we are asking is that our employees be allowed to have the days that they are expecting to have this year, and that the reason why we're having to do the resolution, I don't know whose noise that is.
Yeah, he got it.
Okay. We're asking for this, and then why we have to do the resolution is because it could be considered a gift of public funds. Because they have not truly earned those days because the fiscal year is getting shorter, we are asking, though, that you still grant the employees that benefit. And one thing you do need to know, some employees have already used all their days. And so there may be employees who, let's say, have 15 days of vacation, and they would have to use it by this summer. They've already used them. And so this is really going to help benefit and make sure all employees have the same right to their earned days.
Motion by Mr. Marquez, second by Mr. Bishop. Any questions or discussion? All those in favor, please raise your right hand. It's unanimous. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, next, action item 6D, Transformation Zone Planning Grant Implementation. Ms. Kale.
Hello again. As you know, this Friday is the deadline for us to turn in the initial submission for the Transformation Zone Planning Grant to the TEA. So I just want to do a quick brief. As we look at the package of the plan, you've seen this multiple times. We had our call for quality schools where we had in-district people and out-of-district people propose opportunities to help imagine and recreate opportunities for our students in Midland. As you can see, potential partnerships are on the slide that is in front of you, and we're very excited about the opportunities that we have. Through whole school models, we have an opportunity to create 300 high-quality seats, and through programmatic models, we have an opportunity to increase high-quality seats to 900. So 1,200 seats total with this transformation program, our transformation opportunity, we're hoping to improve about 20% of our high-quality seats within the district. As you look at the second slide within the package, this is the summary of actions for costs and seats that would be impacted. I want to make one note that in your board document, when you go down to program and it says project lead the way, your board document might actually say 40. This slide in front of you should be updated to show 400 seats, and therefore your total number of seats impacted is the 1,250. So you can see the opportunities that we have for the Transformation Zone campuses within this slide. Whole school partnerships, which will be contingent upon whether or not we have anywhere to put a whole school opportunity. It could be that we have to put it off a year until we find facilities, and or it may be that we have temporary portable buildings available for that opportunity, or we find some space in some businesses around town. We don't know what that looks like yet. So that's something that we want to look at. Cross-campus efforts are also on here. We should have results from the K-12 Insight surveys. We'll have those soon available for you, probably in June. Programmatic models, you know, we're looking at No Excuses University for multiple campuses, as well as Project Lead the Way and work with our high school academies. And then talent, the work that we're doing with Midland College to create a teacher pipeline and support our graduates, as well as a potential partnership with Leadership Partners, Balanced Literacy, and then the MISD Grow Your Own that you heard Mr. Horner reference earlier. So we're looking at about a $4.1 million package for this, and looking at positively impacting over 1,200 seats. As we look at the next slide, this is the total estimated cost, and that's again where you see the 4.1 million. We currently have identified about 3.6 million of the dollars, about 89%. We're still looking to find out where we'll find the rest of the money. And then total estimated facility needs, you can see that amount at 81. I do want to note that we have not put in anything that the Master Facilities Planning Committee is working on. We do not want to preempt any decisions there. We want to have that entity make the decisions that are needed because they're the ones doing that study. But we definitely will be educating them about what the transformation package could look like in reference to newcomer centers, K through 12 honors college, young women's prep, and different things like that, as well as a potential partnership with another partner. As we look at the final one about how the work is being supported, of course I've gone over this slide before with you, but definitely a whole variance of groups that are working toward this project. And we have upcoming opportunities as well with this grant, with other funding opportunities, partnerships with foundations, business, and industry. You heard me speak earlier, excuse me, about groups that we're going to be presenting to. And it's nice to see the welcoming attitude that we're receiving across the city and the community on these efforts. So I just want to make sure that there aren't any large questions around this package, and let you just reiterate the timelines again. We will be submitting Friday. Then we should expect to receive feedback on June 8th. I just received that information today. At that time, changes could be cost, they could be programmatic to make sure that they align with the TZ planning grant as well as district needs. And then final submission of the grant is June 22nd. Then we determine, then when TEA tells us whether or not we receive the implementation grant on July 30th, which could be up to $1 million for each campus, plus a little extra for other things. That's about as much detail as I've gotten on that.
So the action item this evening is to approve the submission that you plan on submitting Friday with board approval.
With a condition of the funding through the implementation grant. Yes, sir.
All right, so this is an action item.
I move approval of the Transformation Zone Planning Grant submission.
Second.
Motion by Ms. Nicholson, second by Mr. Kennedy. Any questions or further discussion? All those in favor, please raise your right hand. It's unanimous. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good luck. All right, next, action item 6E, audit engagement letter. Information begins on page 123 of our packet. Ms. Moss, welcome back.
Thank you. I, Bailey, submitted an audit engagement letter to solidify the audit arrangement for the fiscal year ending June 30, 2018. The letter details the firm's acceptance and understanding of the request for audit of Midland ISD's financial statements. It includes a description of financial statements to be audited, a description of the audit services to be provided, and a description of the reports to be issued as required by TEA. Interim services are expected to begin May 21st and the final audit procedures in September of 2018. MISD administration recommends approval.
I motion we accept the audit engagement letter as presented.
Motion by Mr. Murray.
Second.
Second by Mr. Bishop. Any questions or comments? All those in favor, please raise your right hand. It's unanimous. Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Moss. Last action item before closed session is 6F, Houston College Preparatory Elementary School crest. Information and the crest begins on page 132.
Good evening, Mr. Davis, Board of Trustees. And
Welcome,
Mr.
Ms.
Riddick.
Neighbors.
Again, I come to you to give you some more information about Houston Collegiate Preparatory Elementary. We're really excited about the progress we're making. And also on March 29th, we did a meet with the site team to discuss our crest. And our crest is going to be kind of like what Mr. Riddick has been saying is kind of the brand of the elementary. It is in line with the school colors of red, navy, and gray, and it will be used on our uniform shirts, window coverings, letterheads, etc. The teacher group used, the teacher group used a sample from another collegiate preparatory school and adjusted the crest to fit the needs of Sam Houston. The 3 sections in the crest include a graduation hat, which is our goal, the cowboy, which is our school mascot at Sam Houston, and then also the acronym GRIT. And GRIT stands for to graduate, respect, integrity, and teamwork. I recommend approval of your attached Sam Houston Collegiate Preparatory Elementary crest.
This is an action item.
Yeah, I move that we approve the crest for Sam Houston Collegiate Preparatory Elementary.
Second.
Motion by Ms. Nicholson, second by Mr. Fuller. Any questions or discussion? All those in favor, please raise your right hand. It's unanimous. Thank you. Congratulations. Thanks for all that put in the hard work for the crest. We appreciate it. All right, it is now 7:21 p.m. and we will go into closed session in accordance with Government Code Section 551.001, .071 through .074, .076, .0821 through .084. Thank you very much. It is 9:02 p.m. and we are emerging from closed session back in open session in order to address agenda item 8A, discussion and possible approval of administrative contract renewals and extensions, both term, probationary, non-certified, and authorize the superintendent to issue contracts. The information begins on page 134 of our board packet. Mr. Bailey is available to answer any questions that we may have. Are there any questions for Mr. Bailey about the information in our packet? All right, if not, this is an action item.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Kennedy and second by Mrs. Nicholson, the last second that she'll ever give us. Very sad. Any discussion or questions? All those in favor, please raise your right hand. It's unanimous. Thank you very much. It is now 9:03 p.m. and we are adjourned with, again, the thanks of the board for Ms. Nicholson and all her service. Thank you very much.